Greetings, fellow Terrans. Russell McKee here with our third episode for the initiative playthrough. And I'll be doing the very advanced technique of trying to speak louder, as well as some more things behind the scenes, help with the volume. Thanks for the feedback on that. As a little quick recap, we're continuing this war with Ukraine. We are starting to research going to Mars, which means I'm getting high thrust probes at the same time, so my probes will arrive there quickly and I get a couple good sites. Although I'm not going to be in Mars permanently, that Cooper build strategy is just so fun to do. Take advantage of space being big that I'm going to be moving most of my infrastructure somewhere safe where we can develop in peace. So on Earth, I'm doing some more kind of spreading Russian influence in Central Asia. Turkmenistan is ready to federate, and kind of prepping to potentially take full control of Kazakhstan. I'd like to have that. Another thing I'm doing with the war, I have 4 armies and I have 3 provinces to attack. So the most damaged one I'm going to rotate out, heal up, move it in, rotate out the most damaged one, and rinse and repeat. So I'm just kind of putting constant pressure on Ukraine. Once I get this army killed off, it's going to go a lot faster. Okay, so let's get started, and I'll be back when the next things happen. We have reached the next mission phase, and the next story part for the initiative is going to be done here because we found some abductees returning, actually in Russia, so it's something we really need to be on top of. So we have our scientists investigating that. We have another country federating, now it's Tajikistan. And we are just about to move first tank guards back in. Probably I'll have the 8th guard retreat once they arrive and continue the attack, as they're in active combat with an actual army. That's why they're going to be doing taking a bit more damage. It's about a 50-50 coin flip between them, but it'll improve quite a bit when you move your full strength in. There's a pretty large penalty, even though it's only lost 15%, it's down 0.32 or 0.31. So confirm assignment, and I'll be back when we get that next story mission complete. Investigation isn't complete, but there's this interesting event. This has actually been changed a little bit. So in previous, back in early access, failing to save the bees would have a pretty big effect on the global GDP. They've changed it now, so it only hurts your countries. So I would lose 2% GDP in every country. I don't really want to do that. I don't have a lot of GDP in Russia anyways, because of kind of how poor Russia starts out. So I'm going to pay 200s. I got plenty of money to do that, and I gain some public opinion boost. But it's not because of altruistic motives. We're the initiative, right? We're doing it because we don't want to have that big drop in GDP this year. And our tank army has arrived. So these guys will retreat back home. I'm moving them to the home province, even though it takes a few more days, because they repair much faster when you're doing that. And I do want to be able to get these guys repaired up as well. And then so we're going to federate Tajikistan in just a second. We're going to get the mission phase here complete.
Recon complete.
Okay, so we've investigated the abductees.
We should take care they don't attempt to penetrate our organization.
So we have reports of returned abduction victims spying on important things. They're targeting all sorts of countries. Nobody had a history of this before. And we have detained some of these people. They are extremely loyal to these aliens. It's very strange. So we don't know how they're doing it, although if you've done other playthroughs, you'll know how they're doing this. And we need to know more. So again, this is pretty similar to a lot of the other factions. We don't know a lot about what the aliens are doing. There's going to be a new project for us to research, but the initiative will quickly start behaving differently once they figure out what's going on. All right, so be back when, again, new things happen. And for the next mission phase, pretty standard sort of stabilization. I'm continuing to push public campaigns in some of my countries just to make sure I have very good defense. I'm now running mission control now that I'm in the Federation for these guys. They don't have a lot of room, but they have some room. And continue to advise here with my best command guide just to make this war go a little bit faster. We're getting pretty good damage onto the Ukrainian army, so that will start to deteriorate for Ukraine faster and faster. They only have 43% chance. We've got 59% chance of hitting them, so pretty good there. And the other alien counselor crash landed in India, so we're investigating that. I'll be back when the next thing happens. And Project Exodus stole it from us. They, I think they have quite a bit more science than we do. Well, they don't, but they're willing to concentrate it a lot more than I am because I need to get these projects done. So they picked mass drivers. That's not a bad choice at all. Looks like Academy is going to be the next one grabbing it. I'm not going to really try to steal it because, I mean, there are some things I would like, but there are also things the AI is pretty likely to pick too. So I'm just trying to help advance these ones and push the global tech down a little bit while I pick up a bunch of projects. And I have lots of projects I want to grab. In fact, I'll just wait a few more days and talk about my next project.
We've moved the needle.
So we have interplanetary chemical rockets. We get more boost production, a little bit cheaper for boost cost when we're making those first sending things up past Earth's orbit. And I have a lot of great choices. So getting alien operations would be good. Getting institutional outreach would be great because I want those extra orgs. Bit expensive though. The additional science, always nice to have. I will want space tugs at some point soon so I can get my mines up faster. And of course, extra boost production too, as this will improve my boost priority. I think I want the orgs though. The sooner I get those, the sooner I'm going to have, sooner I'm going to be able to get more orgs equipped on my counselors. And oh, this is now going to November. Probably because, yeah, that probably is because they've put so much in that they're pretty much guaranteed to get it and they know it. I would like it to, well, I mean, it's still going to fix itself. And I have so many projects. I'm sure the AI will help deal with that when they feel like it. And I really want to get some of these projects done quickly. I'm not in a huge rush to get to Mars. I'm honestly not super concerned about that because I'm ultimately going to be trying to push out to Kuiper Belt, so really fast colonization
Public opinion is
in
moving
the
in our direction.
solar system is not really what I need to do. And next mission phase, I am doing similar things. I am going to purge out this crackdown point. Someone cracked down the protectorate. Not sure who, but I'm going to go for it. It'll put me a little bit over my control point capacity, but it's not that much, so it should be fine. And the other thing I wanted to show you was some of the people in the recruitment pool. I'm not going to recruit them, but there's some pretty good ones here. So there's this guy called Levi. He has a social scientist trait. He has veteran, which gives him bonus to military science. He has crew. He would be a great command counselor. And he's got all these science traits too. It's really rare to have both of those in the same counselor. So if I didn't already have a social scientist, he'd be a great choice. And then Valentina here, well, she is also a social scientist, and she's an activist, which means she's pretty good persuasion counselor. But my scientist here is already social scientist. So it's not really worth it. But otherwise, I would want to recruit one of those two because you get the science trait and you get a really useful mission spread. I just wanted to point that out. Can't help but be a little bit in tutorial mode. Okay, be back when the next thing happens. Oh, and last thing is I am moving my healed up actually over here to help just try to beat down the Ukrainian army so we can, finish this war faster. I think that'll make things go faster than swapping out people that are in pretty good health. Yeah, 84%, 89% are pretty high HP. All right, this is an interesting event. I don't usually run very long wars, so I don't see this very often, but this is a good one for you. You have gained military supplies. We need to replenish the fighting strength, which it's not even, you kind of waste a little bit here. You can invest 20 times in the military, which is basically 2 months of investment here. Or I can improve my ops by 60. Right now I only have 4. I think the ops is just so good right now because I need ops for doing more, scientific investigations of whatever the aliens are doing. So I'm going to take that. And be back next time something happens. And with mass drivers done, Project Exodus again won it. They wanted nuclear fission in space. That's great. That's basically what I would have picked too. This one's going to take longer, but you need that to build anything on Mars because you need fission pile. And the drive I'm looking for requires some investment into the solid fission core systems, which you need nuclear fission in space to get to solid core fission. And I'm just a couple days away from finishing high thrust probes. So doing great there for the research. Be back when I need to choose my next project. All right, high thrust probes are done. That's going to be good. It's finished before. That's good, but not what I need right now. That's going to be well before we go to Mars. I'm actually pushing it along because I want it to actually complete. Now, next project, I don't want to do a social science because I'm already doing several social science. I also don't want to do space science because I'm also helping along with a couple different space science ones. So my options are a little limited. So I think I'll pick up alien operations. But deprioritize. I really want these extra orgs. And a new mission phase. Only thing I wanted to bring up was I am sending my tycoon, billionaire, oligarch guy to steal an org. It's a science org, one that boosts space science. I have, space science that I'm pushing, and I don't have any bonuses to it. And they're just leaving this org lying around. It's a free org. Well, not really. I have to pay some money to steal it, but I want it. I have lots of money for it, and I don't have very good orgs in my org pool right now. So I'm going to take it. And interesting event here for a choice. So June.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
I'm not sure why he cares about the criminal behavior of our hacker guy. Yeah, like exactly. We're facing alien invasion. We need money. Who cares where it comes from? Well, I mean, we should be careful, but like, this sounds like some. You seem like you want to be part of like the academy, June. We're the amoral capitalist guys. So I'm not actually gonna go with money though, because it's only 150 money. I make twice that a month. I don't need influence. I make 100 influence a month, but ops. Yeah, well, let's get some ops. 50 more ops. Well, it's happened. War crime. This is why you don't want to be constantly at war, because active combat eventually will trigger this kind of event. We don't have network propaganda to prevent the problem. Like, we could spend 5,000, which is a ludicrous amount of money, to try and deal with that public opinion boost. But right now, an atrocity, not a big deal. You just have a little bit of a penalty on your on your... Oh, the servants already had an atrocity. You just had a little bit of a penalty on your public opinion, and that's about it. So, took a little hit, but, you know, like, Russia doesn't care. Kazakhstan, we're still at 70%. Like, we're fine. And it gets worse if you have lots of atrocities. If you have, you know, hundreds of atrocities, a single atrocity will, you know, basically destroy your public opinion everywhere. But one is, at the beginning, is not really that penalizing. And with this mission phase, Russia can now unify in some countries. So Belarus has already finished building the one mission control we can build. So Belarus is going to join back up with Russia, like back in the Soviet Union, although we're capitalist, not communist. Kyrgyzstan, I would like to finish mission control, although it's taking a while. Kyrgyzstan has bad unrest problems, but like it's so, the amount of control point capacity I'm losing by leaving it independent is not very high. You know, Belarus is worth a lot more. So with that, I'm assuming I'll have saved enough here that I can take that last point in Kazakhstan, and then I can start looking beyond Central Asia for new targets. Like Latvia is wide open, Lithuania. Lithuania is not even in the European Union anymore. They wouldn't be very happy joining Russia, but, you know, things need to happen. And Moldova is also wide open as well. And Russia has claims on all of these already, so they're good choices to bring in and federate. All right, so we'll see what happens, and if we have enough room for Kazakhstan in the next mission phase. I have unified in Belarus. I have 5 control point capacity. That's enough. That's enough. So next turn, I'll go for purging out that last protectorate point. Oh, and we just finished institutional outreach. Wonderful. And what should I pick up again? I don't want to do space science, which is probably the most important one. Like, this one would be great to grab. So I'll go for space tugs. I'll need it pretty soon. I assume someone is going to pick mission to the moon when these two finish. I don't know what, you know, but it's a likely choice. And we'll find out in just a couple days. So I'll probably just keep it running for a little bit more until we reach our next mission phase. We're doing great here in Ukraine. This army is really banged up. Down to 41%. And first tank guards are ready to jump back in. And new orgs. We have lots more orgs now because we completed that project. So I actually have 2 science orgs here. Information science. A not terrible hybrid org here. All of our projects are one I like to take a lot. So I'm going to think about who to kind of equip on these. Ideally, the scientist would have the science stuff because he's got really high science. So let's see, how much room does he have? He has lots of room. So information science. Information science. And then the hacker might actually benefit better here because he does have some investigation things for us, including crackdown. So I'll grab that one as well. Still tons of money and nothing else that I would like to pick up.
Okay. Standing by.
Yes, but I'm not going to go for Latvia quite yet. Now, purging. Despite his 1 espionage, I have a really strong public opinion here. They haven't done a defend interest, so I'm just going to purge it out.
We're taking power.
Should work.
I'm here.
I could go for the crackdown, but it doesn't really benefit me. So I'll just run a lot of public campaigns. Those will resolve before the purge, and then that will ensure that I sort of maximize my chances. My public opinion will go up, which increases the attack. Their 12% should go down, which will improve, will reduce their defense. And we'll see if it works or not.
In 1954,
Oh,
the Americans
I think
built the
both
first
finished at the same time.
nuclear-powered submarine,
Because
and
I'm hearing
changed
two
the
people
course of
talking.
naval warfare. Now,
Alright,
it
so
is
they pick
upon
mission to
us
moon.
to become the creators of the first.
Oh no, okay. Yeah, so mission moon's done. I'll still invest in it. But this does mean we're on a very tight clock now. So I want, yeah, Outpost Core will finish in March. This will finish in June or maybe sooner after I unpause. Much sooner. Let's not push mission to Mars. I'll pause on arrival economics. I just really want... Wait. Oh, February 2028. Okay, well, yeah, we're fine then. So, never mind. I was misreading the year. I'm sure that'll update as other factions realize they should get this.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
But we're fine.
Come to our side.
But I really would like to have the actual outpost core ready. I probably will have enough boost to build it, I think. And claim a spot. I won't have enough to build a mine, but then again, we can't actually build mines yet because we don't have the global tech for space mining and refining. But I would like, if there's assuming there's a good site on the moon, I want to claim it. And space tugs, that doesn't matter too much for sending stuff to the moon. It happens pretty quickly, but I really want that for mission to Mars if I can. So we'll see what they pick next tomorrow.
We are winning their hearts and minds. I will report when my mission is complete.
Okay, more things going on in Brazil.
It takes so very little.
They did Principles
for
of
one
Space
tribe of
Warfare.
humanity to look upon a second tribe as the other. Think of what will happen.
At least it'll go quickly. And we do need it, but it's not super important really. At least for the early game economy scramble. But before we do anything else, go to Mars, launch probes. It's going to take 180 days. It's going to be a lot faster than all the other factions because we have the high thrust probes. That's new. Don't know what that is for. I'll figure that out maybe off screen. And a lot of exciting things happened for the project-wise there. Let's just wait a little bit longer. Our public campaigns, okay, lots of abductions going on, is running here in Kazakhstan. And we got it easily. So we're again a little bit over, not too much. And we have full control of all those Central Asian countries. So once I fold in a few more guys, after they finish building out their mission control, I'll probably move on like Moldova and the countries here, Lithuania, Estonia, and Latvia, as those are countries that Russia has claims on. And new mission phase. I'm actually losing, I've lost control of arrival economics. I could, if I poured everything into it, get it, but I have all these important projects I want to finish, so I'm going to let the AI have control over some of these really cheap global techs, like I've been doing for a while. It was inevitable. And there's really cool, useful org here because it has space mining output bonus. In the new 1.0 release, they are much rarer and harder to get. This guy, it also gives me a project, it gives me science. Like, this is a pretty good hybrid org here. And I think because of how rare the space mining outputs are, I'm going to be grabbing this right now. I'm going to put it on maybe my tycoon. And nothing else was great in the org refresh.
Where do you need me?
As for missions, and I just quickly check orgs here, and yeah, there's nothing available to grab. Unfortunate. And while I have the resources to acquire World Health Organization, it's really expensive. It's not a very good science org because of how expensive it is. I'll do some signing admissions, and I'll be back when the next text complete, which will be very soon. And mission to Moon is complete. No need to treat the president to golf. We can just go using our control of Russia, right? And we've also completed on alien operations, which allows us to know more about what's going on with these abductions.
This appears to be some kind of hostile takeover effort on the part of the aliens.
And yeah, so we have a breakthrough here. People are shifting towards the pro-alien view. They have some method of influencing or controlling people, and we need to figure out how they're doing it. We also have our tracker for how much the aliens are mad at us right now. Not very much, of course. And yes, we face two problems: alien mutation and domestic resistance. Indeed. So again, I'm not going to bother with alien origin. For my next project, I'll probably grab. Let me just put this in and see. Yeah, I could also grab the boost. I think the boost might be more useful, as it will happen faster. And before anything else happens, let's send to the moon. Only going to be one boost, cost 24 days. And next month we'll find out what our moon is like. So yeah, set our goals. So that'll be our faction org, which is good, unlike the academy. So we just advance a little bit, it should show up.
Here is what we have found.
Okay, let's move the healthy armies there. Almost have that army wiped out. Okay, we have a healthy army in, so we're going to move you home. Those two home. And that way they'll heal up and then get rotated out of the really heavy ones. So our public opinion dropped. That's probably because they were running. Aliens have been running stuff over in Vladivostok. But we can federate Uzbekistan. Just gonna do that.
Standing by. On my way to the
Still
capital.
not gonna bother with
Ready to
Kyrgyzstan unification. Probably gonna wait quite a while, given how bad the unrest is and how it's hurting my investments here in IP. Aliens sent someone to start working on United States, which is not great. And
We'll make our appeal.
I could talk to the Academy, but they probably won't sell me anything. I tried talking to Humanity First off screen, but like the good orgs, the science orgs, they're like, no, we will never sell this to you. It's like, okay, fine. In that case, it's not worth even wasting an action on. Ooh, so I have a space science org here. I have another info science org here. Both are good, especially the space science. So for the hacker, yeah, let's give him space science. He's full. Scientists can take more info science. And so here's kind of an example. This is a mining org. In the past, this probably would have given you space mining output, but now all of these hybrid economy, money orgs like that don't do it. It has to be a pure space mining org, and those are much rarer. So that special unique org that I randomly drew, if I could find it, Arcturus, is quite nice because it's not going to be very common. And I could grab Paris applications. It's so cheap, I might as well. And it gets me another 5% research speed down here for my projects. Okay, that looks good. I'm just going to keep rolling because in a few days we're going to have another global tech complete. Yeah, keep inspiring everyone.
You ooze selfishness from every pore, but so long as you don't stand in our way, we good.
Okay. What are you... I am not selling that org. I'm going to be like the AI and refuse. I mean, that's not a bad org they're trying to offer, and they offer a non-aggression pack, but, like, no. I doubt they have anything they'd be willing to give up. I mean, that's not a terrible science work to go for. I don't see a whole lot else. I'm sure they wouldn't. Yeah, unacceptable. They would never sell that. That's a new dialogue. I think they say that when they're like, no, we will never, ever agree to it. So where was that one? Sigma 95. Okay, fine. I mean, I don't have any projects for you. I don't have any orgs that I'm willing to give up for you. So, no. I don't think I really need non-aggression packs. And we've destroyed that Ukrainian army, so we can start occupying their capital region now.
Public sentiment is increasing.
It's going to be a long time.
Diplomacy has its place, but if you don't go into every situation prepared for the absolute worst case scenario,
Okay, missile
you
warfare.
might as well turn up wearing nothing but a smile. Commander Fiona,
Okay, thanks, Commander, but I don't really care about that. So yeah, I mean, this will be useful eventually, but it's not that important right now. I really would have preferred they picked up like nuclear solid core fission or something that would help me. But they don't care about what I want, of course. So we'll see what the servants pick. They probably won't pick something good. But we are getting space mining done, and it's going to go fast because they all prioritize it heavily. I could try and steal control here. I might try to do it. Yeah, like that. I do want to try to get fission, solid fission started. So I'm going to do that. And I'll be back when the next thing happens. Arrival economics complete, and the servants did not pick something I wanted. And Astro's really expensive. You, of course, want it eventually, but I am honestly just not going to even put anything into it right now. I'm going to try to put more focus into the techs and projects that are more valuable. Like, well, this one isn't in and of itself valuable, but I do want it so that I can control the next one. And yeah, getting super heavy, some more boost production, space tugs, so we get those mines up faster when they become available. And I gotta do some mission assignment. Be back probably when our probes to the moon show us what we're working with. And our probe has arrived at the moon, so let's go check out what we have to choose from. Can I find an outpost? Oh yeah, easily. Great. So, the priority you would want to pick for the moon is you're trying to pick something that will get you some metals, mostly metals, so that when you build something on Mars to really start your space economy, you don't need to pay an absurd amount of boost to it. So you need metals production, and if you have some water and volatiles to save on boost, and also even if you're lucky, and we are here, to accumulate it so you can save even more, because it costs a little bit of volatiles to build. That's what you would kind of be looking for. So I get 14 metals. That's going to be plenty of income. The probes haven't even arrived on Mars yet. This would give me water and volatiles, and quite a bit of water and volatiles for a moon here. So I think Shackleton is a great choice. It's not the only choice. I mean, you could easily pick almost anything would help. A lot of these have volatile, so they would at least defray some of their crew costs. But I'm going to go for Shackleton. Cost 6 boost. Found outpost. So Luna Outpost 1. I will need a solar collector. I'm not going to build it though, because I can't build a mine yet. We are currently researching the global tech for it. It'll be done next month. And then once that's ready, I'm gonna pivot and build it as quickly as possible. As a reminder for myself, we have until August for those first probes to arrive, so it's a little tight. But we'll have a couple months of, well, maybe like 1 month of production. We'll have to wait a little bit. I think the timing's not quite right. In fact, yes, in fact, let's go 100% into space mining. I want to get the outpost mining complex available as quickly as possible, even to the point of just stopping everything. Okay, be back in a little bit when we have our next interesting thing happen. Okay, Academy was the one who won that race, and they picked mission to asteroids, which for them is probably not a bad choice. For me, it's pretty pointless. So I'm going to switch back and wait for the project to unlock, which should happen in pretty much instantly. Or not. I really want that project. I need that project for the mine. It's not showing up for me. Okay, well, I will complete the mission phase, and when the outpost mine actually does show, I'm going to go 100% into it. The sooner I can do it, the better. The sooner I finish it and start building the mine on the moon, the better. Russia has fully conquered Ukraine, so we have full control now. Resistance finally collapsed once we took out their main army. Gonna send everyone home. And we have some unrest problems. Because we have extra 2.6 from regions with hostile claims. It's mitigated with a high government score. We don't have a high government score. So I'm actually putting some investment into our government as well as Unity. That will help fix our problems here. You can see you got the little fists there because it's hostile. And I need 200 completions. I'm not sure if they stack together or they have to be done individually to get the remove it. But each time I do 200 completions, it'll remove one of those hostile claims. But yeah, Russia's much larger. We've increased by about 500 billion. So our size has gone up quite a bit. Our research is up a bit. Looking good. And we're taking over Latvia. We're taking over Moldova. Should have enough room to do that, especially as I continue to upgrade our counselors. Okay. Be back hopefully when that project finally completes. It still is not done. I don't know why it hasn't unlocked yet. And we finally have the outpost mining project completed. It took a very long time to unlock. I was hoping to unlock right away. I'll worry about that in a second. Let's go to our mine. Very new user interface here. We're going to build. I see. Yeah, we don't have enough boost. Not nearly enough boost. Well, that's one of the problems with the Russian start. Okay, I thought I might have enough, but clearly not. In a couple months, we'll build the outpost here. We'll need to, boost production to do that. And so in that case, let's switch over to something. Vision pile, perhaps. Yeah. I don't think I have anything that helps with boost production anymore. I've already finished my... Yeah, I finished that, so there's nothing else to purchase. Okay, that'll be my research, and I think this is a good place to stop. We now have the ability to build the mine on the moon. We just need a little bit more boost production, just a month and maybe more like 2 months, and it would be ready. So I guess I didn't need to actually rush it quite as rapidly as I did. And it'll probably be sooner because Singapore is pumping boost out very, very handily, 0.13 a month. So we're getting quite good at space launches down there. So hope you enjoyed our episode here, advancing the initiative's goals. If you did, please comment, like, and/or subscribe so that others can find this video too. And I will see you all next week.